Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wind Waker. I am Shouty Productions, and in the last episode, we finally got into Dragon Roost Cavern, got an empty bottle, helped out, what's-her-face, and now we're in the first dungeon of the game. So a very simple little block puzzle there. I'm sure there are a bunch of different ways that you do that, but that's a very simple and effective method of doing it.
Kevin, have you seen any filthy thieving rats around? I know they are annoying, but keep your wits about you. They are only rats. If you spread bait near their nest, they may share their store of treasure with you. Why don't you try it?
Why don't I try it? Because I have shitloads of bait. So let's just put a little bait over here in the opposite direction of the hole. Just to get rid of their annoying attacks more than anything else. And they'll actually sell you stuff. And you know what? Let's just buy a blue potion. Because I have so much money right now. Why not? And blue potions restore both life energy and magic power, which we don't even have yet, so that's really a spoiler. Bring me more sometime. More! Die in that hole. And now I don't think he'll attack us anymore, which is really my main goal of doing all that. But now we also have a lovely blue potion. And I think we can get another bottle before we get to the next area, which is where we'll get our firefly, which we need to catch in a bottle. So I'm thinking ahead here. So just light that on fire and throw that over there. It's not like I'll need a blue potion anyway, because shit, man, this game's so damn easy. Say that now, but just wait. I'll get beaten by like the first boss or something, or the mini boss. I wouldn't even call it a mini boss. It's just a little coalition of very weak enemies that fight you. And we get the compass, which is semi-important, I guess, if you want to get all the treasure chests and stuff. I mean, there's a decent amount of treasure chests that you could miss, I guess, if you're not really paying attention. If you want to get everything, then they could certainly help. I'm not really going for every single treasure chest. I'm just going for all the important stuff and anything that might have like a heart piece treasure chart in it. So just kind of get that bird to get out of its nest and grab its very warm key that's been nestling under its ass cheeks, and we can get out of here. No reason to stick around with that very angry bird because we just stole its kid. It's baby key. So now another dark room, another torch puzzle, I'm guessing. And plenty of keys to kill. Except I'm doing a terrible job of killing them. I'm missing with every sword strike. Thinking about it now, a sword is really not a great weapon to kill flying bats with. I don't know why I need to specify that these bats are flying, because I don't know of any bats that can't fly. But hey, I'm not a biologist. I don't know. Might be some variety of bats that can't fly. Just want to make sure I don't offend any aspiring zoologists out there. Or if there's a specific type of ology that's aimed towards bats, I'm sorry for my ignorance. But once you light these torches up, you can move on through here. And I believe we get our first pot in here. We don't actually get the pot, but we can unlock it. I think if we just drop a bomb over here, we should be good. Yep. And now, if we were to die a vicious, bloody death, we can get right back here. Assuming you saved, which I should probably do. I don't know, I hope I don't screw up this recording or get lost or anything. That's the only downside about saving. If you screw up, you kind of have to play the whole game again. Which really does suck. So let's move on through here. I think that was really the only purpose of that room. Now this room, you get to fight a bunch of enemies. A bunch of very weak enemies. And that's it. They're hiding in these pots, so you just gotta break all the pots until they come out and unlock the doors. And that's really it. Oh, yep, there's one. Okay, I thought there might be a way to distinguish which pots have the enemies in them, but I guess there isn't really. Just waiting for them to drop their joy pendants. But it looks like we just have to wait till we get the dungeon item to be able to guarantee that we get the joy pendants. Also, I wonder why, like, no one ever really questions, or Link never really questions, I don't know, I'm sure people question it when they see it, but Link never questions how the King of Red Lions just, like, talks to him through that pendant that Tetra gave to him. Like, it's a boat, and he didn't really seem to have any kind of pendant on him. I don't know. So it seems like it's kind of something that Link would kind of be confused about or ask the boat about once he got back to him, but nope. It's never really addressed until a lot later on. And the answer to the mystery is a little creepy, to be honest with you, when you find out who's really, like, watching you. But nevertheless, here's a little treasure chart. I'm not sure if it leads to a heart piece or whatever, but it's very easy to pick up, so I might as well grab it. But what we're really trying to do is kill all the enemies in this room. Might be one in this pot. Nope. Well, there's got to be one somewhere that I missed. Oh, I know which one I missed. I think he's on one of those shelves. You have to, like, drop down to it or something. Yeah, that one over there. That one last pot. Actually, I could just roll into the wall. If you want to do that, you could also just make the pot fall down. But whatever way you decide to kill him off. And we can move on. I don't think we have that much left either. We're a decent way into this dungeon. This is pretty short. I remember when I LP'd Twilight Princess, all the dungeons took, like, at least a good 3 or 4 parts, and they were pretty decently long parts too. So maybe it's just the first dungeon, so it's kind of short. But whoa, no, 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 no! Don't want to get thrown into the lava by this guy. Oh man, I just want to kill this guy because this guy really gets in your way when you're trying to solve that little puzzle over there. But what we need to do is throw this onto here and then let the lava that's rising boost us up to here. And you want to hopefully not let the platform disintegrate before that happens, because it will disintegrate eventually. So luckily we got through that with very little hassle. We've been getting through a lot of the tougher things without much hassle, like that letter thing. That usually takes me quite a few tries, but I actually got it all on my first try while commentating. So I have to say, so far I'm doing pretty good. If I do say so myself. Not to brag or anything. And we already got our third pot. I don't really understand what we did that was so difficult that would warrant another pot, but I guess it's because it's right before the boss, which is right behind that door. Not to spoil anything. No, I've been spoiling and hinting towards plenty of things. Now this is where we get our fantastic dungeon item. So that's Valoo. Not looking too happy right about now. And these stairs we can somersault up, which is good to know. Because I hate when I go to somersault upstairs and I just bump into them and roll back down. It gets really annoying. And remember that quote-unquote mini-boss I was talking about? That's these guys. And another guy or two. I don't remember. But we finally get to have our revenge on those guys from Forsaken Fortress, which is nice. Just one? Do I look like a bitch? Do I look like Prince Komali? Probably thought Prince Komali was coming, which is why they only sent one. But yeah, once you have your sword, these guys are a lot easier and actually possible. Oh, you were in there? Yeah, I didn't even realize. I was just killing those guys. Oh, thank you. I have to tell you what I found out. This is terrible. Some creature is doing awful things to the Great Valu's tail. Okay. That's gross. The Great Valu's tail hangs down into the room right below there. Right below here. There's got to be something in there. I wonder if those mean monsters who captured me have something to do with it. I've got to do something now before it's too late. I'll go and tell everyone what's happening. Here, Kevin, use this to get out of here. Yeah, everyone else is going to do so much to help me. Now, this is a pretty sick item. I don't really know how it helps Ritos that don't have wings. Don't know how it could be used as a substitute for flying, since you really can't use it in that many places. Unless there's an exact ledge thing sticking out of the wall for you to grapple onto. But whatever. Not gonna be a critic. Oh yeah, see, these stairs are douchebags. So now we're gonna use our new grappling hook. Grab this branch with the grappling hook and you can swing over there to get out of this area. When you aim at a branch, you can use... Yep. I'll do the explaining. So just aim until you see that little yellow, till the branch yells at you. Till the yellow starburst thing appears. Then just press Z or whatever button you have it equipped to, and you can grapple across and just press A to let go. Controls are pretty easy to get the hang of, and now we can drop down here. But instead of going back in there, we're gonna take a little detour so we can get that boss key. Oops. But yeah, this is a pretty cool item, I have to say. Especially for a first item. Usually, the first items that you get in Zelda games aren't all that fantastic. I'm trying to think. Most of them are pretty standard. You usually don't get like the cool grappling hook shot type stuff until later on. That was a pretty long cutscene for going inside a volcano, but whatever. Another cool thing about the grappling hook, which I will now show off, is that if you use it on an enemy, you pull out their, you can pull out their spoil or whatever, so you don't have to worry about whether or not they'll drop it. So a good habit to get into is whenever you fight one of these enemies, just use your grappling hook on them first, or any enemy really. But you can only get one of them out of them that way. And if you get the item from them and then kill them, they're not going to drop it. So if you don't want to kill an enemy and you just want to get its spoil, you can do that to quickly get by it. And this bridge we actually do need to cut down. Yeah, so funny story. Remember how I jokingly mentioned something happening to mess up this recording? Well, something did happen to this recording. It started dropping like crazy frames when I got to the boss room. So luckily it was nothing that I would have to start the game over for, because I could just get back to that spot. But there was a joy pendant in here. There's gonna be a couple things you'll see that I already did, but whatever. Beats starting the game all over again. So, oh yeah, one more thing. I cut the strings to this thing with a spinny thing, and then just like this, it fell down. And I walked on lava, just like that, too. Because that exact same thing actually happened to me. So, no huge losses. I actually got to grind a little bit for joy pendants, because I messed up when I was trying to show me breaking the bridge again. Because you don't want to miss me breaking the bridge. That's just... You can't just say that the bridge broke and then not show it, so... Had to go back. But I accidentally found out that even if you cut only 2 of the strings to the bridge, if you stand on it long enough, it'll still break. So while I was setting up the recording, the bridge broke. So I had to fix it again by leaving the room and coming back again. So that's why I have so many joy pendants. Messed up a few times. But that means we're a little over 1/4 of the way there. Because you need 40 to get the Hero's Charm. You're only required to have 20 to actually beat the game. But since we're going for 100% here, we're going to go for 40. It's really not hard. All you need to do is just find a place that has a decent amount of those enemies, and then just get all the joy pendants and then leave and come back. The grappling hook makes it so much easier. I wish there was something like that in Skyward Sword. Because sometimes you'll just be looking for that one item that you need to upgrade one of your weapons, and you just can't find it. So that's pretty annoying. But now we're finally back to where I was. Let's make sure that we're not dropping frames. Alright, we're not. Good. Okay. This is the boss treasure chest key thing. So what you need to do is just hit one of these guys right in their eye. Once their, I don't know, their thing's open. And then, oh, you press R. You can just drop them without having to worry about throwing it. And if you happen to get off the switch like that, it'll start flaming up again. I guess I didn't drop it quite right. And it'll unravel in time, so it's gonna screw me over. Yep. Thank you for helping me out here. That's all you were good for, and you couldn't even do that right. Alright, we're gonna try that again. There we go. And the boss treasure chest, might I say, looks quite luxurious and fantastic. So, it's called a big key in this game. And now that we've really gotten mostly everything we need, we can head back. And if you want to, I don't know, if you want a shortcut, you can very easily just fall in the lava and get sent back to the beginning of the dungeon. That is actually not a terrible idea. You could do that if you wanted to. You could also save and quit right now. And then, as long as you unlocked your pots, you can use the pot at the beginning to get back to the boss room pretty quickly. But that would be cheating. So I'm just going to show that you can get back to the boss room the right way. The fire keys. Not really that much more annoying than regular keys in this game, considering you can't really ever have your shield burn up. And then, I don't know if I ever bothered to explain the grappling hook controls and how you can turn by pressing R and move up and down and all that stuff. I mean, you've all probably played Wind Waker or seen an LP of Wind Waker, but I think I'd like to show it off just to be sure. And just to be a little bit professional, even though I'm not terribly professional in my recordings, but whatever. And also, this door might have already been unlocked when I got here, but you're supposed to grapple on it. The reason I grappled onto that was to pull it down to unlock this door. I don't know if it was already unlocked and I just looked retarded when I did it or what, but if I did look retarded, that's why I did it. And now if you jump back on here and just wait for the lava to come back up, it'll boost you right back up to the top. And I think as soon as I get back to the boss area, I think I might have said at some point that I was going to stop this once I got the boss key, but that might have been in the recording that I lost. So whatever, once I get back to the main room where you fight the boss, or where you find the boss door, then I'll just end this. So that's pretty much it for this first dungeon. I mean, it was pretty fun, I guess. First, the dungeons in this game, they're okay, but they're not quite as amazing as Twilight Princess's dungeons. I think that, yeah, I think I'd have to say Twilight Princess's dungeons are probably among my favorite dungeons in the Zelda games. Twilight Princess has its weaknesses, but I think after I've begun to play it a little more, especially on the GameCube version, that's probably one of my favorites. But this is obviously one of my favorites too, because I don't really like to LP games that I don't like. Aside from, of course, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. But anyway, I am Shouty Productions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.